Update 1.0 for 7 days has only just arrived, but the modders are already hard at work cranking out new content and improving the vanilla experience. So this is my top 10 list of mods that either add quality of life features or seamlessly integrate new things without transforming or breaking the game. And there's really not much to say about number 10 on the list. Jackmeister999's HUD mod is an absolute classic at this point, adding new information to the display without cluttering it up. Here is the vanilla health and stamina, and now the enhanced version. And then here's the compass from vanilla and the enhanced compass with temperature, elevation, and player level. This is my personal favorite HUD mod, and it's now ready for version 1.0. Next up is Auto Claim Challenges by Ziff891. This mod automates the claiming of rewards for the new challenges that were introduced in 1.0, so you'll no longer have to open up the menu and redeem them manually to get your XP. As you can see here, by picking up this stone, the reward is automatically given to me. And as you travel to other biomes and complete other challenges, you'll see the XP just roll right into your character. Next, we have Double G's Zombie Pack. Double G has done a great job here by adding 7 new zombies. There's a female police officer, a firefighter, which is my personal favorite, a male nurse, regular female, and regular male. And although they don't have the outfit variation and the dismemberment parts like the vanilla zombies do, they do look and feel like they fit into the world, along with their feral and radiated versions, which look really good, I might add, with the glow that matches the kind of vanilla feel without looking like they just took a bath in some glow stick juice. The 2 not shown include the male cadaver here and also the rotten female cadaver, which isn't over the top. I don't find it distasteful, but it is kind of borderline for YouTube, so you'll just have to get a closer look yourself. The zombies spawn in appropriate places, such as the firefighter in the burnt biome, and they have their stats balanced to match their vanilla counterparts, so I highly recommend this one. And while we're on the topic of zombies, Creed has released an enemy health bar mod which displays the zombie name and hit points bar in such a way that feels helpful and informative but not obstructive. A lot of people like playing with the health bars, so I thought that this one had to be included here. Alright, thank you for your service, everyone. Oh, right. On to loot bags next. Danzo has put together a mod that increases the loot bag timer up to 2 real-life hours, up from the normal 20-minute despawn timer. So, if you're having trouble scooping up your loot bags in time after a horde night, I don't think anyone will fault you for having this mod installed. Next, we have a few inventory management mods. The first is Craft from Containers, originally by Aidenthorn, but updated recently by Synonym. Any storage container within range will broadcast its contents to you and any crafting station that you might have, allowing you to remotely craft items without pulling the ingredients from your storages first. Some people will call this cheating, but in fact, I think this is a pretty common feature in modern survival games, Pal World, Nightingale, and Shrouded being prime examples. It's a must-have for me, and it's something that it's really hard to live without once you get used to using it. In the same vein as Craft from Containers comes a complementary mod called Quickstack, made by Westwood. This mod gives you 2 new inventory management buttons. The first is Quick Restock, which will pull items out of your storage containers and into your backpack, filling up existing stacks of items. So for example, this would be useful for replenishing consumables like bandages or ammo. Then there's the Quick Stack button, which does the opposite, moving items from your backpack and sorting them into local inventory boxes, filling up existing stacks within those boxes. This makes dumping your backpack a breeze, and it's another mod that I just cannot live without anymore. OCB Maurice is the quality of life king when it comes to 7 Days to Die mods, and perhaps my favorite is the Stop Fuel Waste mod. Simply stack a bunch of fuel into your workstation, in this case a campfire, and start smelting or crafting, and once the smelting or crafting is complete, the fire will automatically extinguish, saving the rest of the fuel for later. Very useful for minimizing heat and conserving fuel. The next mod is one that I tried for the first time today, and I'm really excited to show you guys. It's a new elevator mod by Entenwerfer. The elevators come in multiple configurations. You can see the crafting recipe right here. It's actually very similar to the drawbridge crafting recipe, and there are manual and electric versions, that'll run off a generator and a switch. You can also see how many meters high the elevator will extend with this top number with the up and down arrows, and the footprint area is marked with the bottom number, so either 4x4 or 5x5 area. So let's take a look at the 3-meter meter tall and 4x4 area version first and ride it up and down a couple of times, it is a little bit jittery, but honestly, all elevator mods that I've ever tried have done this. It works, that's all that's important. Next up, let's test this 8 meter tall 5x5 elevator. I can definitely see myself designing a base entirely around this. And it can take vehicles up and down too. Let's just park this extra large 4x4 truck on it. It's a pretty tight fit, honestly, but it gets the job done, and I just love how these look. Very authentic, very fancy, very cool. I'm very impressed. And the final mod on my list today is Voltralux's POI Pack. Two versions of this exist, one with strictly vanilla props and another with some new props, for example, casino-themed items like slot machines and poker tables, and also arcade machines. There are currently 23 POIs in this pack, ranging from tier 1 to tier 5, and they all support all the different quest types like fetch and clear and infestation. And one of the things, in my opinion, that prefab packs really struggle with these days is keeping up with the increasingly high quality that the Fun Pimps put out with their vanilla POIs, but Voltralux has done an outstanding job of utilizing all of the different shapes and paints and decor to create thematic, authentic feeling dungeon-style locations that blend in well to the existing landscape. It's one of only a small handful of prefab packs that I would recommend to you. The loot is balanced, the enemies are fair, and the pack is definitely worth tossing into the rotation for your next world generation. And so that is it for my top 10 list, but I have 3 personal mods that I made that I'd like to share with you. I use these 3 mods in all of my playthroughs, and while they're tailored to my own experience, I think that they have some broad appeal, so I just wanted to share them with you today. The first is the Beautiful Bases mod. The mod does a bunch of different things to help you build more beautiful bases. For example, you can pick up most signs and posters in the world and place them back in your base. You can harvest up these open signs and you'll get this variable item where you can select what style of open sign you want and place it back down. They connect up to power, as do these cold beer signs, to give you a bit of neon color inside your base. The same thing can be done with the hydroponic setups. They remain non-functional, but I just like the look of them. You can also craft up some jail doors, and that gives you multiple options as well, such as single doors and double doors. There are craftable military barriers, also known as Hescos. They have about 1,000 hit points, and they do have some explosion resistance and a couple of different crafting recipes as well. There's also a recipe for barbed wire, so you can craft up those barbed wire spindles and even those flat, straight barbed wire pieces that you see around. Bear statues and bear rugs can be picked up and brought home. Flags can be picked up and you can select whatever version you want before you set them back down. There's a GNS logo thanks to my friend Mumphy. And there are craftable wood platforms, corrugated metal sheets, hoist hooks, and probably much more that I've just forgotten. Basically, anything that looks cool in a base can be taken, harvested, or crafted now. Next up is my 2x2 Dew Collector mod. Personally, I think that the 3x3 footprint of the vanilla Dew Collector is simply too big. They fit together almost perfectly as a 2x2, so that's just how I like to play. Of course, there still needs to be an open area above the Dew Collector in order for it to function. Specifically, it's the one block space above where you see the P in the passing gas sticker. That spot either needs to be open or have something like bars above it for the workstation to function normally. And lastly is my warmer weather mod. This modifies the weather so that about 97 to 98% of the time it's going to be clear and sunny with a 2 to 3% chance of fog, rain, or other foul weather. That's down from about 20% chance in vanilla. It also replaces the dreary dark smog in the burnt forest with a color spectrum like the desert, which is like a dry, dusty orange kind of look. The wasteland remains untouched though in this mod now. I kind of like the greenish tint that it has now, so I just left it alone. And that is it. Thank you very much for watching my top 10 mods video. If you're a modder, or if there's a mod out there that you love and you want me to check out, let me know in the comments, and subscribe for more mod showcases like this in the future. And I guess I'll catch you guys hopefully in the next one. Hey everyone, I just wanted to say thank you for watching, for leaving a like, but most of all, thank you to the long list of amazing supporters that you see right here. I hope this episode has earned your subscription, and I can't wait to show you the next one. Best wishes to all, and goodbye.